Like, will you handle that?
No green.
No green?
No green.
What we need you to do is to really tap into that feeling of how bad it sucked. Yeah, maybe over the months, the weeks, the years. When, you know, life was straight, but you were not happy, dude. Right? And
I was happy, but okay.
No, you weren't.
I'm always happy. But go ahead.
You found happiness.
You were less happy.
But you were less happy.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Continue.
And so tap into that feeling and just let us know.
I like the
and then, you know, we're gonna do some quick interruptions and stuff. So don't be mad at me. Don't backhand me. Don't touch base on me. Just all right.
I let go to touch base. I'm 360 now.
Please don't 360s on mine.
I feel there's more velocity in that one.
There is. So please don't.
Half of the screen needs to be.
Please hold up. I mean, this is the main camera. This is just a couple extra shots, maybe.
Okay.
So do like you did yesterday, but just simply talk about your background a little bit, how it was working, job, and just transition into your motivation for entrepreneurship.
You're going to transition. You're going to ask them questions. This is the flow that I'm going to edit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to I need like complete sentences.
I know, but I'm kind of like, I don't set it off. I'm going to interrupt and then ask, interrupt and ask. You might get a couple trash things in the beginning, but we'll.
I mean, you're just kind of like asking
I'm
me
just
to hit
reminding
a
you that I
monologue.
need like,
I remember that.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm not.
I can't edit a monologue.
I remember that. I remember that.
You know, I know what
he
we're
may
talking
say
about.
something, and I may ask him to say when I hear
Right.
something I like.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask him, and you know what I mean.
Cool.
So sit. Tell us a little bit
Sit
about.
over here.
Tell.
Yeah, because I don't want to keep looking down.
Well, you can stand here so you can look to you.
No.
Tell a little bit about
Okay, don't look on that one. Is it recording?
Yes, your job experience or your history, and the feeling you had working that job.
Job experience, I worked in everything from retail to grocery to telemarketing to just almost everything. I did not like working in the corporate infrastructure. I didn't like having to wake up at a certain time. I didn't like having to leave at a certain time, taking breaks at a certain time. I felt like I had no power over my day. It's something that peeved me a lot, you know, just having to wake up and answer to an alarm clock and going into a place that I didn't even like the people I worked with. Didn't like my boss, any of them. Well, except for one. I had one good boss, but I just didn't like having to go into these places and then not being able to have a say in how my day goes or how I get paid or you know, just simple things like when I use the bathroom. You know, I just didn't like that. So that's it as far as that is concerned.
How well did you get paid? Not number amount, but you know, working.
Never well. I mean, you never really feel like you're getting paid what you're worth.
In a sentence, like I never really felt
like I was getting paid what I was worth in any of my jobs, because you know they have a set amount that they start you with, and they say here, start here, and we'll build on that. And where they start you is never where you should be, according to your experience or you know, just the talents you have or anything like that. So the pay always sucked, and that's with any company that you go into that has a lot of employees.
Sure, great. Now, when you coming out of that environment, you know, you were doing your best, you were working hard, working different jobs, but clearly it was not something you wanted. So what did you really want, ideally, for your life to look like?
Well, what I wanted ideally for my life is I just wanted to be able to have more control over what happens in my life. Whether it's financially, you know, spending more time with family, just being able to wake up when I felt like it. You know, I just like having the choice, the power of choice. So, you know, looking at where I was before and where I want to be, I just want to be able to wake up when I feel like it, go to work when I feel like it, control just every aspect of my day, and live. you know.
Excellent. Heard a little motorcycle from like half times away. So what got you? Sorry. No problem. So what got you interested in entrepreneurship? What was your motivation there? And you could answer that. I really wanted to become a business owner because.
Okay, so my motivation to become a business owner or to become an entrepreneur is just, again, just having the freedom to be able to spend time with my family, my kids, when I wanted to. Just having complete control. I mean, having control is something that's big on me, for me, and just being able to say, hey, you know what, I'm not working today, or hey, you know what, I need to work today, and just being able to say that to myself, and not have to go to the boss and say, hey, can I have these days off, or can I leave early today? And no, I don't do well in those situations, and it just wasn't something that was conducive to my mindset.
Now I know you have kids, you have a family, so how does entrepreneurship help you in any of your goals with them? So you gave me some generals about like having freedom and control, but like freedom to go eat lunch with my son, freedom to play stuff, you know.
Yeah, so entrepreneurship, the freedom that it gave me is that I'm, you know, as you said, or as you reiterated that I've told you in the past, is that
no, I haven't said anything. I'm not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's cool.
So
I don't exist.
So the appeal to entrepreneurship is that I have the freedom to be able to go, more specifically, spend time with my kids, whether they're in school or out of school. So like if my son has a field trip, I don't have to go to a boss and say, hey, I need this day off. I just say, you know what, I'm not working today. I'm going with my son to the field trip. If I want to go have lunch with my wife, I can take that lunch anytime I feel like it. If I want to just go on vacation, I don't have to work a certain amount of hours to develop a certain amount of hours of vacation time. I can just say, hey, I'm going to New Orleans, or I'm going to LA, you know, just because I feel like it. So that's the major appeal for me in delving into entrepreneurship.
Excellent. So do this. Tell us a little about what you do, how long you've been doing it for. So not long answers, but yeah, what do you do as your occupation here?
Okay, so what I do is I am a personal trainer. I'm independent as of right now. And what that means is that I don't have a home gym. I just go straight to whatever clients I have to their house, or we can meet up at a park, or anywhere that's convenient for us to work out together.
Period. How long have you been doing that?
I have been a personal trainer consistently for 3 months now.
3 months. Excellent. Now, just talk briefly about your passion in helping people in the space of personal development. Like, what
Yeah,
drove?
what is your why? Why
Yeah.
do you want? Why are you a personal trainer?
Yeah. Why are you a personal trainer? And then can touch on the professional side and what you do with your clients, and you can even just maybe insert in there again the freedom side, what it means to you personally. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. So the reason why I became a personal trainer, probably within the last 5 to 8 years, proper.
Huge sigh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I
I
don't
know,
know.
all
I
of
need
our
you to
gets
shut
picked up.
the hell up. All right, so
And try to encapsulate without all the details of how it came to you. I guess give a little snapshot. So the same story you told yesterday, you might be able to say like,
I don't remember the same story. What's yesterday?
well, you know, where you worked, and then the people naturally kind of, because of your interest, started asking you.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of then shorten the development of that to kind of maybe say, I always kind of had a passion for people's health, and I don't know, was there anything outside of that deeper that triggered you? Anything you looked around and saw? Any personal family experiences that convicted you of like, you know?
Actually, yeah, I think actually I have one for myself personally. All right, so
Bingo.
So The beginning of my passion or my interest in personal training, weight training, and nutrition is in 1999. I had a basketball injury. Long story short, they told me I would need a new hip by the time I was 30. That didn't sit well with me. They told me I couldn't play basketball. They told me I couldn't play soccer, do anything. So, being that I'm a person that doesn't listen, I just said, okay, that's cool. And I played in like 3 different basketball leagues after that, played into about 2 soccer leagues after that, and then I noticed that I was feeling better by exercising and working out and changing my diet. When I saw that in myself, I said, you know, this is something that's valuable to a lot of people. You know, just instead of listening to doctors, and nothing against doctors, but just instead of listening to them and saying and taking their word as gold, you know, maybe do some research for yourself about yourself. And through that process, I was able to see that working out, proper nutrition is beneficial to my condition. And, you know, I'm 31 now and I still have my natural hip. So talking to other people, you know, people naturally came to me and asked me, you know, what do I do, how I became what I became, how I gained weight, how I lost weight, how I became more defined and whatnot, stronger. So because people were asking me, you know, it kind of triggered like, you know, maybe it's something that I can get into professionally. And that coupled with personal trainer friends that I had along the way that gave me advice and shared their thoughts, also advised me and said, hey, why don't you look into getting into that profession? And from then on, I just took off.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, almost done. We are in this segment here. So, just briefly talk about some challenges you have as an entrepreneur now, as a young entrepreneur. Challenges.
Like, what are the obstacles that you feel you have to overcome to get to the success that you want? What are some of the roadblocks along the way? Maybe that you haven't encountered yet, but that you might foresee. Does it say stop?
Stop automatically. Press it again.
Oh, yeah. Did you just see it? Have you been?
Yeah, it stopped after I stopped.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, so just keep an eye on that. It's not really designed to do long videos.
Yeah.
So the biggest challenges that I've come across so far, and I'm sure there'll be more as I go along, is getting clients to commit to even starting. You know, a lot of people show interest, but they don't have that zeal to get started. You know, and so that's been one of the biggest challenges. The secondary challenge I can probably say is that getting the word out there that I'm even doing this. You know, just being able to reach people and saying, hey, I got something that you need. I got something that's valuable, something that you want, that you don't even know that you want. You know, so those have been my 2 biggest challenges as of now.
Great. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and again, I'm not here. But you mentioned yesterday, for example, that if you could find more qualified people, so like if you were able to, in case, like right now you might be marketing to 30 people a month from your inner circle referral basis. If you could get to 3,000 people a month, would that be helpful? So in other words, is generating leads an issue, a challenge that would help your business?
I'm trying to find a way to word it.
Okay. So you could say like, one of the challenges that I've had as a new business owner is not being able to find my target audience. To find a lot of qualified.
So we're still on challenges?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we got a couple more challenges here.
Right. So one of my biggest challenges is being able to reach out to a target audience.
Okay, let's do that one more time. Without you stroking your chin, looking like Bill Bell's.
Spell it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Bill Bellamy DeVoe, yeah.
All right, so one of my biggest challenges is being able to target or to reach out to a target audience. Just being able to siphon through who's real and who's not, who's dedicated and who's not. Once I'm able to do that, I'm sure things will be great. So it's just a matter of being able to get to that stage to where I know, like I said before, who's real and who's not, and who wants it and who doesn't.
Excellent. You also mentioned that what's that? You also mentioned that communication and follow-up with people who are not ready would be good. Like if you were able to stay in front of people and drop tips and drop, any kind of nutrition tips.
Because you're passionate about helping people get healthier,
Right.
in whatever capacity.
Right. So you could say like, as a business owner, I know that even if I was able to communicate regularly with the people who were not serious, that eventually they could be a client.
Stephanie?
No, he
It is
yeah.
Stephanie?
No, I just don't.
Okay.
So you could say it like that. Like I know that if I were able to communicate consistently with people who were not ready, that eventually they could be my clients. Is that a way? No. Let's say another way of saying that.
Well, I have a question for you, Owen. Is that very important to why 10-minute pages is going to be valuable to him?
I think that's exactly what the route he's trying to go with that.
I know, but that sounds like why an autoresponder would be valuable to him.
No, while 10-minute pages is the portal for which you collect leads.
Right. Okay. Got you.
So.
Okay. I hear you.
And we make it easy to sync up with your.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as part of the power of TMP, we're kind of trying to say.
Yeah. I guess what I'm thinking is also on the power of somebody who doesn't currently have a website, who, I don't even have a way of reaching people online, and now, well, I guess we could get to that after. But
That's excellent. That's excellent.
this is also going to be 3 minutes, so I
Right,
don't get to talk about
Right.
why an autoresponder.
Okay, so let's just talk about, for example, are you currently online in any, do you have a website? Do you have any kind of way to communicate with clients currently? So you say currently I'm not online.
Well, I mean,
Or just
to
answer
answer your question, because I mean, you're saying, do I have any way to communicate with them at all online? And I do, but it's not like it's not automated or anything like that.
Right.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what you want me to say.
Automatically.
Oh, so do I have something automatically to communicate? No,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, what do you have? You use Facebook and
I use
email?
everything: Facebook, Twitter,
Okay, so
email.
you-
Well, I could ask you, do you have a place where clients could come right now and research your plans, see your
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I don't have I don't have a website.
Right.
Yeah, so
basically.
just right now you're using social media to try to keep in contact with people, but it would be really nice if you had a way for a home base that people could come and
It
get
just comes,
information
so
from
I don't
you.
have to keep.
Right. In addition to whatever you're doing, it's not gonna replace social media, but it's
Oh
just,
no, I'm still gonna use that, but
So,
Okay, so you want
how are you currently connecting and communicating with your clients?
Okay, so the way that I connect to my current clients or potential clients is through social media. I use Facebook, Twitter. Emails are big. That's probably the most of my interaction with clients or potential clients, because that's how they get in contact with me. Right now I don't have a website for people to come in and get information or to communicate to me how they feel or what they want from what I'm trying to give to them. So having a website would be very beneficial to expanding my business and for me to communicate, as I've said before, to a target audience and siphoning through those that aren't really serious.
right, and also being able to have a connection to automated emails. I don't know if you want to mention.
Yeah,
No.
he doesn't, because part of his role is to be somebody who doesn't know much about his stuff, so it's all good.
No, that's
I mean, although I mean, even though you guys know that I know that, but
right.
I have to convey to the people that are watching
Right.
the video that I'm just a complete dummy.
Well,
No,
yeah,
not that.
not
Not that.
not
but
if
you're
you're
not. You're not an internet marketer. You're not a
Right.
professional.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but like, if I start using terms like, but it'd be nice if I had an autoresponder. I'd be like, what the hell's an autoresponder? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
people, a layman person.
You can say that though. That's
What is
cool.
that?
Yeah,
If
most
you
people-
know that, you can say that. I really didn't know.
I don't even-
I really didn't know for sure.
What I knew?
all of what you knew relevant to this. So yeah, we're still good.
No, I know, but total time. We have 2 minutes left.
Alright, cool.
So we gotta get them on 10-minute pages.
Yeah.
And then we gotta do after 10-minute pages.
Jeez, did you clean the card or not?
I did clean the card. I
That's
think we have
20 minutes?
22 minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Alright, cool.
Is
I
it
think
still,
that's pretty
is it
good.
still recording right now?
Nah, we're on.
Oh, okay.
You can stop the flip on.
Yeah, we're on.
And